and I was speaking, with my coaches after fight, trying to figure out what I did wrong. But when I got caught, my hand was up. I had a good form at that time. And just happened. Unfortunately, happened with me today. But let's move on. Congratulations for it.
He seemed much bigger than you tonight. Did he feel more powerful? Was he bigger than you expected him to be?
No, I didn't feel him that strong. But I think the problem, most of the guys on my division look bigger than me. I think because I got a heavy bones, maybe my head's too big. It's kind of heavy, and I have heavy bones. But I didn't feel like strength-wise and different with that tonight.
And I should ask, people are talking about the fact that there are now no longer any Brazilian champions. Perhaps Claudio can change that tomorrow. But is that something that you've internalized?
Yeah, I was the only one left, but I think Brazil was everything where everything started. A lot of fighters, come from Brazil, and we've been doing this for long years. New champions will become, for sure. I believe new champions will come. New champions will come.
Could you envision the fight going any better than it did?
No. Mark Henry's the brains behind our whole operation. I owe everything to Mark Henry. He's gotten me. He improved so much since I've been with back home in Philadelphia. They got my body working in ways, my defense cleaner, and just doing things differently. And I can't take much credit other than just trying to get prepared for the fight. I owe everything to my coaches and my teammates. So.
Leading into the fight, everyone was talking about you've been a champion in every organization but the UFC, and you weren't talking a ton about the title, but now that you have it sitting in front of you, what does it mean to you to add that to your resume, to add that to your legacy?
This has always been like a marathon for me, not a sprint. Everybody's always asked me, when are you going to go to the UFC? When are you going to challenge? Telling me what I should do and when I should do it. I just think if you work hard enough and you love something, these belts and things like this are just byproducts of it. This will not be here forever. But I just think just working hard and doing something you're passionate about is important. And right now we have the belt and I'm the champion. I told a lot of people I would be, so happy.
You've obviously throughout your career, you're kind of known, for being involved in some crazy brawls. You've had some epic fights, back and forth fights throughout your career. Do you feel like this is more of the norm now, that you go out and dominate? Obviously Rafael's a phenomenal fighter. You went out there and dominated. Do you feel like that is the new Eddie, working with Mark Henry and the coaches, that, maybe those close fights or those battles, or do you feel like you can really go out and dominate these lightweights?
I can. I just need to build confidence in my ability to communicate with Mark Henry and the rest of the team. I've only been with these guys for like 6 months, and he has a playbook that's longer than half the textbooks you guys got. So I've just been building with him, building with Anderson Franca and Ricardo Almeida, just learning to communicate with each other, and it's been helping big time. I've made so many big improvements. So I'm excited at where I'm at in my career and the improvements that I'm making, so I'm happy.
And last question, I know you're a big team guy. Obviously you're there for your teammates. Seeing your performance tonight, what's your prediction for your teammate Frankie Edgar on Saturday night?
Frankie will win the title. I know Frankie Edgar. I know what he's capable of, and I know what kind of man he is. He's gonna win that title. I can pinch myself because Frankie walked in the Fight Factory, a small gym I was training in 9 years ago with Mark Henry to do some sparring. And we started working together, and I said, every time you come to Philadelphia, I'll come to New Jersey. And then that was that. Me and Frankie worked together for the past 9 years off and on, and now we're about to win dual championship titles on the same exact weekend. It's crazy.